So there I was, looking at my team for roughly, let me turn my AC down, roughly the past 4 weeks. This is way too loud, I'm sorry. Roughly the last 4 weeks. And I've been, ever since I drafted it, I've been staring at it, not non-stop, but very, very often, to see how I could possibly make this better, right? So we have a few issues here. Number one, actually, okay, we have a couple issues, right? Number one, we share speed tiers twice with Registeel Tangrowth and Lycanroc and Latios. Not too big of a deal since Latios was going to be used defensively and wasn't going to be running investment that much anyway. And Registeel and Tangrowth are both slow, so it's not like it was too big of a deal. I wasn't going to run speed tier on those too much. But it was still problematic. And number two, we had a serious SPDL issue. Right, we have right now we have 2 good AV users, and that's Montana and Tangrowth, and they've come 3 times out of, like, I brought Tangrowth AV the first 2 weeks, and I brought Munchlaxter AV last week against Nock when I just go watch the game. I'm sad, I don't want to talk about it. But that was part of the issue. Number 2 was removal. Removal wasn't too bad, actually. I didn't mind the removal, but we've done a few things. Okay, we've done. Where is this gonna show? Oh, we've done a few things. Number one, let me actually put this trade in to finalize this thing. So, okay. So we've done a few things. We've made 3 transactions and trades, and this is gonna affect the dynamic of the team. But I think, as much as it hurt, a lot of it did hurt. This is going to be the best solution for what we have so far. So right now we're looking at the team, and I'm looking for expendable things. Right. So right now the only 2 things, I see 4 things that are expendable. Right, and those are the speed tier ties. So Latios, Lycanroc, Registeel, Tangrowth. Right, these in my eyes, the way I see it is those 4 have the most trade leverage. All of these have excellent trade leverage, and 2, their speed tiers are exactly the same. Right, so I go to you can go to tier list, and I'm looking at the tiers right now, or like before. I've been looking at this for so long, trying to figure out what I could do, how I could make my team better. I've offered trades. It's just nothing's happening. So I don't see anything, right? Like, it's been a very, very, very long time, and I have not seen anything that I could get this team to be better. So I'm stuck. I finally go to some friends and I say, hey man, I don't know what to do. My SPDL, I'm so SPDL weak. I'm having an issue with this, and that. Both my SPDL balls are weak to Ghost and like whatever. Both are weak to poison, or not poison. Both weak to Fairy. Right, so we're having a lot of issues, and yeah, which is a big deal. Right, I've been feeling it in prep a lot. I have to run AV. I'm facing toxicity this week, and that is a whole different. That's a pain in the butt, right? So Keenan Beans, hi Keenan. He finally says to me, he's like, hey, how about this? First he says, I don't even think he knew what I was keeping expendable, but so far we see that the Latios, the Lycanroc, the Tangrowth, and the Registeel. These are all expendable because they all share, not all of them, but these 2, two of them share the same speed tier in common. So he goes, hey, how about this? How about you drop Latios for Mega Venusaur, and then drop Tangrowth for Goodra, right? That patches up my SPDL weakness. I keep my typings, and my speed tiers go unaffected. So after quite a bit of time, that's what we did, right? So Mega Venusaur. I'm no stranger to Mega Venusaur. I won a league with this thing. I went, I think, 11-1. It had like 11 kills, like 5 deaths. It was amazing mon. It gives me access to Thick Cat, which is something that I didn't technically need. It was definitely going to be useful. It gives me something that Tangrowth did give me, but it couldn't do with Assault Vest, as it was stuck in Assault Vest, and I can run Synthesis now. fire and ice are both very, very specially offensive typings. I feel like for the majority of the time, you got your flamethrower, fire blast, ice beam, blizzard, all of that freeze dry. And 120 and 80 is nothing to scoff at, especially with thick fat. And these attack stats are actually excellent too. Like obviously you see 122 special attack, 100 attack, very good. I guess against earthquake, like all these moves are excellent moves. Yeah, like outrage, knockoff, seed bomb, power whip, sludge bombs. I mean, it gets swords dance, weather ball for anti, anti-weather, amnesia. So it gave me exactly what Tangrowth was doing from a grass type, except it was able to do more, right? Like the defense is a little lower by 2 points, but that's SPDL. And I'm not locked in. I can run toxic, install things out. I can synthesis stuff. I can whatever. I saw a friend of mine ran sub, like a subset. 80 base speed is nothing to laugh at. I can afford to take away some bulk for some speed if I needed to. Like if I want to outspeed my low deck or something. It's definitely something I could do, which means Lycanroc stayed on the team, but Crocodile was our Z user. Lycanroc is now our Z user. I have Coco and Lycanroc as the Z users. I don't know why I didn't do that before. It should have been done before, but whatever. Lycanroc's on the team. So between these two, and it's obvious which one goes now that we've taken Mega Venusaur, right? So Tangrowth needs to go. I don't want to deal with 2 grass types, and especially 2 great grass types. So as you can see here, Goodra was indeed, where is it? Goodra was still available. And as much as I really did want, I was really, honest to God, I was really looking forward to using Mega Latias. Venusaur and Goodra just do so much more. Sap's excellent ability. It doesn't do like a crazy amount for my team, but it definitely can do a lot for my team. It's actually an excellent assault vest user too. It shares a speed 2 here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. It's really not that big of a deal. Little defense read, but we are physically, defensively already competent with my team. Like my team was already like the double intimidate. We could physically take on a lot of things with Alola and now Alola Venusaur. And if you guys know me, I've actually had a Registeel Alola Mega Venusaur core in RTC, and which was a really good season for me. Pure Dragon, which means it's not weak to Psychic, or not weak to Ghost. Ghost was a big weakness beforehand, because Ghost could obviously a lot of times Ghost ran like Focus Blast, and that really did hurt the majority of my defensive core. Not anymore, obviously Dazzling Gleam, but with that special defense, it's really not going to be doing too much. We have some sort of recovery and a rest, but it's kind of mitigated with Wish from Alola. Excellent coverage. This mod, honestly, has some of the best coverage of the game. I mean, just look at all of these options. Look at all of them. So, it's unreal. This one is definitely slept on in terms of Wolfpool. I'm going to consider maybe making this as a user just to give me some defensive Z move power. Curse set is excellent. I believe it gets rest. Yeah, it gets rest. I mean, rest isn't excellent, but Chesto Resto is a big deal. Curse Chesto Resto is a big deal. All of that's a very big deal. As I talked about, excellent Wolfpool, awesome. I mean, like really awesome offense. And it does not do Dragon Dance, which is sad, but I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. 100, 110, 111 is excellent. I said excellent already, but they're very good offensive stats for a defensive mon, especially defensive mon. Also, it has a wagon, so we're gonna name this, right? Chungus. And I kind of want to name this wagon because of the wagon, but that's a dumb name. I might make it a girl and name her Ponytail, but that's also stupid. So I could name it like Puff, but that's another stupid name. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, now we have another issue. Not another issue, but now we have two dual typings, right? We have Alola Mola and Quillfish sharing water, and now Mega Venusaur and Quillfish. This isn't updated, by the way. I still have to play my week 5 game against Humden. After that, it'll all be updated though. So right here, Quillfish is now expendable. And because we now have those base 90 speed tiers, the 85 isn't like crazy big of a deal. Like it's really not that bad. But we kind of patched it with our last mod, right? So right now, we've also given up removal, right? Latias was one of our defoggers, so now we need a defogger, and we need a defogger, and we need to get rid of a psychic, or we need to get rid of a poison because we already have our grounded poison already, and that gave me the option for something I've wanted to use in draft for a long time, really. And now we can take Sigilyph. Now Sigilyph, it kind of gives us a gap here because this 85 speed tier was kind of a big deal. But to be honest with you, really, I don't value speed tiers as much as I do synergy, and I definitely feel like the weakness was incredible. Like the weakness was very very hard to deal with. This is a def weakness, and Sigilyph obviously excellent SPDL. It's not an excellent SPDL one, but its utility, especially for a tier 4. We also got a psychic back, which is what we didn't need it, but it was excellent. Wonder Skin's not too great, but Magikarp is an excellent ability, and Tinted Lens is kind of nice. But for the most part, we can find Life Orb, Magikarp. It's got an excellent speed tier, which is not conflicting, but we still have options for trades. We can move things around if we do need to fill that speed tier, but it's not the biggest of deals, right? We go from 75 to I believe 90 now, which is big. It is a big deal, and it's very unfortunate. But seeing as 2 of our walls are faster than that speed tier, I can see how it can be. It's not as horrible. But it's definitely a problem that we're going to look forward to fix, but I didn't want to have to deal with this SPDF weakness or dual typings or anything. This is a flying type, not weak to rocks, does not have to run boost because of Magikarp, which is very, very big for me. All of you guys have probably seen the thing. It's got expanding force, it's got a lot of good moves now. It already did, but Stored Power, Calm Mind, Trick Room, Whirlwind, Tailwind, Thunder Wave. I mean, it's just a very good mod, very good utility, very good move pool. And I think if we use it right, we can do this. So these are, I don't know what to name this one either. I'll think about it, and maybe next time we'll have names other than Chungus. But yes, these are our 3 new Munchlaxter United members. It's very sad that I had to get rid of the mods I had to get rid of because I was really looking forward to them, but it just wasn't working out, and I didn't. Cutoffs for trades for this week, so this is definitely a risk. This could be a bad move, but I ran the risk, and we'll see how it goes. So I believe that is. Oh no, these are both 80. I'm tripping. Yeah. That's why. The speed tier was a big deal because they were both 80. Yeah. I'm done. Don't worry. There's no speed tier issue. For some reason, I thought these were both 90, but they're both 80, which was the speed tier issue, but I don't care about it because it doesn't give me any gaps. With that is it. We still have to play Humden, our battle with Humden, and I think that is all for today. So, God bless, goodbye, and see you next time.